All right, so we're gonna go through day 3 of our month of April exercises. So the first one's a lunge hold with a heel raise. So here we're working on the soleus muscle, which is really important for running. You can go with or without a weight. You're coming down into a lunge. You're gonna hold that lunge as you come up through the heel. You wanna make sure you're coming over the big toe. So not out to the side, but straight forward over that big toe. Tall chest, tuck the hips underneath. And really working on the strength of that calf muscle of the front leg. So you'll do one side and then you'll switch and hit the other side as well for the same amount of sets and reps. Next we'll have your banded shoulder T. So you can hook your band up wherever is comfortable for you. And think about keeping your shoulders low as you squeeze the shoulder blades first to come out and wide. So you can just use a band here, nice and easy. If you don't have a band, you can also go on your stomach with light weights. Good for your posterior cuff for shoulder stability for swimming, as well for the bike component of the triathlon. Next, we have a squat hold with a row. So again, you can use a band here or a cable machine. You're gonna come into your squat, nice tall chest, good core control here, making sure the knees aren't caving in, but kind of pushing out over the top of the toes. And then we're using the shoulder blade to pull back and row towards you. So shoulder blade first, and then keeping the shoulder low here as you pull through. So there's a lot of shoulder stability focus here. You'll do one arm, and then switch to the other side. Our next exercise is our W. So again, band anchored in front of you. Athletic stance, good core control. Squeeze those shoulder blades back and down, and bring your band back until your hands are pointed toward the anchor. The palms are going to come toward the anchor there. Squeezing those shoulder blades back and down, making sure we're not keeping our shoulders high, but we're keeping the space between our ears and our shoulders long. Okay. Next, we have a plank with a shoulder tap. So, we'll come into a plank position. If you can manage that, if not, you can always be on your knees or on all fours if this is uncomfortable for your shoulder. You're gonna think about pushing the ground away from you so that you're not sinking down here, making sure your hips are in a good position for a plank, good core control here. From here, you're going to tap with one hand and touch the opposite shoulder, focusing on shoulder stability. As we do this, we wanna make sure that the hand that's staying on the ground is really pushing away from the ground. That's the arm that's doing the work. Back and forth. So do the reps on both sides there. From there, we'll go to a shoulder Y, which can be done 2 ways. So this is a little bit tougher exercise. You can start on the ground here, and you're sliding the shoulder blade back and down to pull the arm up. So you can do it in prone here. And if you feel like that's too easy, I'll show you how to do it with a band in a minute. But this is actually very difficult to keep your upper chop quiet and squeeze from the lower part of your shoulder blade here. Okay? If that is easy, you can come to a Y with a band. It's a little bit higher level, but you can see this is we're putting you in positions that you use during swimming. So from here, you can do one arm at a time to come up and get that Y positioning with a little bit more resistance. Next we have a HalfHealing Pallof. So you'll come into a position on one knee. Band will start centered at your chest. You're gonna push away from you and back. Now we wanna make sure that our hips and our knees are both in a line, so you don't want your knee out to the side. You're gonna be making sure that our feet are lined up with our knees as well. So not bringing that leg across, really working on core control and glute control here. Squeeze the glute for good stability, and then pushing forward and back. You're resisting that pull to rotate you this way and maintaining that good core stability. You'll do one side and then the other. And then the last one we have is an eccentric heel raise. This is preferably performed on a lifted surface so that the ball of your feet are on a little bit of a lip here. So if you can use a curb or a stair, something like that at your house. If not, you can just pull up a mat, which is really easily. You're gonna come up with 2, transfer your weight over, and then slowly lower through the other side. So up with 2, coming over, and slowly lower through that other side. It's really important for the running component of the triathlon, making sure that we're keeping good, strong ankles and calves, which can be very problematic in those longer distance runs. So you'll do both sides here. You want to make sure that you're keeping that knee straight and core still engaged here.